following is a presentation of Fox Sports.
We are Fox Sports. We are Wisconsin.
Only in Wisconsin do we tailgate for basketball. Opening week is presented by Cricket Wireless. The Bucks are building the future on and off the court. After today's celebratory tailgate party, we move inside for the Bucks-Nets rematch in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. Jabari Parker will start in the second game of his first back-to-back after all. He played 17 and a half minutes in New York last night, and Tyler Ennis makes back-to-back starts. This will be his third career appearance in a starting lineup. Welcome to Bucks basketball. Jim Paskey with Marcus Johnson. First a party today, and now it's business.
Yeah, I got a chance to hang out with a couple of the all-time greats in Milwaukee Buck basketball history. We'll talk more about that later.
And they will join us.
Yes, they will.
Doesn't get better than the two we'll visit with tonight. Okay, last night we saw the Bucks start to come together. John Henson came back from injury, and all he did off the bench was score 22 points.
Well, I just love the contributions he made in terms of the 22, but he also gives the Bucks that interior presence on defense. But let's talk about the offense. Talking about hook shots, so we'll talk about that later. Jay Hook was on his job, and then defensively plugged up the middle beautifully with 3 block shots. And not only the 3 blocks, Jim, but he also made the Knicks miss a lot of easy ones on the inside. 22 points, 5 rebounds, 3 block shots in only 23 minutes. That's outstanding production. The Bucks will need more of that because the Nets are like the Bucks were a few days ago going into New Jersey. They're desperate.
Coming up next, Giannis on Fox Sports, Wisconsin.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's NBA matchup between the Brooklyn Nets and your Milwaukee Bucks. The 2015-16 season of Bucks basketball is presented by Pick and Save, where Wisconsin saves on groceries. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise, remove your caps, and turn your attention to center court as we honor the United States of America and pay tribute to the men and women of our armed forces. Presenting our nation's colors this evening, the West Bend Police Department Honor Guard. And now, the Milwaukee Bucks invite you to join in the singing of the Star-Spangled Banner, performed tonight by Demetrius Thomas from Potawatomi Hotel and Casino.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on Fox Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Clean Crisp Coors Lights, by Wendy's, now that's better, by Hubie and Abraham, tell them you mean business, and by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, your ticket to more. The Bucks will look to cap off an unblemished week with their second win over Brooklyn and put a bow on today's Build the Future Community Tailgate Extravaganza. But first, let's check out the Mega Bucks leaderboard where we find Giannis leading the way in points. Greg Monroe tops the team in boards, and MCW is the front man in both assists and steals. Good evening, everyone. I'm Telly Hughes, courtside, where it's time to take notice to Giannis Antetokounmpo's historic start to the season. Giannis has posted at least 17 points and 5 rebounds in each of his first 5 games, joining some elite company of players you may have heard of. Giannis joins LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Kevin Durant as the only players 20 or younger to begin the season with the most consecutive games with at least 17 points and 5 rebounds since the 1976-77 season. Coach Kidd is elated to see the fruits of Giannis's labor pay off.
I think he's done great. I think it just shows his hard work over the summer. He actually had the opportunity to play for the Greek national team. So, but you can see his confidence has grown, and also, you know, his range has grown. But I think just understanding the time and score and his work ethic, and he puts a lot of time in the gym, but he also puts a lot of time in studying the videotape and what he's doing right, but also what he's doing wrong.
Coming up, the Bucks take aim at their 4th consecutive win and look to keep the Nets' season-long absence out the winner's circle alive. Tip-off between the Bucks and Nets is next on Fox Sports Wisconsin.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lights out. Let's go.
Everybody jumping out of their mind. Everybody going out of their skin. See, we get to the end, but that's where we begin. You feel it out. Send your body to flight. Everybody got a target tonight. Everybody come along for the ride. Don't do what we told and we ain't gonna blow. We hold. No time to rest. Just do your best. What you hear is not a test. We're only here to make you go.
All right, fans, it's time to make some noise. We're proud to welcome back 2 of the greatest players in NBA history as tonight's honorary captains. At guard from Cincinnati, Bucks legend and one of the greatest players in NBA history, captain of the 1971 NBA championship team, the Big O, Oscar Robertson.
Milwaukee Bucks basketball on Fox Sports Wisconsin is presented by Marshfield Clinic. Don't just live, shine. The Bucks wrap a week in which they will play 5 games in 7 days. Their second set of back-to-back games in that span. Milwaukee beat the Nets on Monday in Brooklyn 103-96. A big Saturday night crowd here in the BMO Harris Bradley Center. For the Brooklyn Nets tonight, Jared Jack, Rondé Hollis Jefferson, a pretty good-looking rookie, on the court with Joe Johnson, the veteran, Thaddeus Young, and in the middle, Brook Lopez. The crowd applauding basketball royalty tonight. In for the Build the Future tailgate, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Oscar Robertson, the cornerstones on the Milwaukee Bucks 1971 championship team. Always very welcome and appreciated in this city.
And what a team it was. Earl John McLaughlin, a member of that team, Greg Smith, Bobby Dandridge, along with the Kareem, Oscar, Lucius Allen, I believe, was a part of that crew.